Welcome to Excel Magic Trick number 1047. Hey, if you want to download this workbook, click on the link below the video. Wow, we have a strange one here. Look at this. We have a column with mostly text values. There is a number right there. But notice we have 225.00, 225 and 225. Let's just see what happens if we use COUNTIF and give it this text input. It looks like 4 characters, 225 point. By the way, this whole discussion was on an email form this morning, and it was just amazing. I couldn't believe what transpired. So let's just highlight this. There's the range, and there's the criteria. You'd think we're just going to get 1, right? 7. What? It looks like it's just taking that one, that one, that one, all of those ones, and this one, and counting them. Right? So you go down to help, and it says in the range argument, blanks and text values are ignored. Now, I don't really know what they mean by that. Text values, maybe they mean these are all text values, like numbers. And so if you were using formatting, then if this was number formatting, like decimals showing, the number 225 would be the same in all these cases, right? So maybe that's what they mean. Maybe what they should have said is text numbers are considered numbers, and we'll take away the decimals and zeros. So if you really want to count this, you could use sum product. And actually, the original person who posted came up with this solution and said, no problem. Double negative to convert the trues and falses to ones and zeros. We'll highlight the whole column, and we're going to do an array operation. Are any of you equal to this criteria? Close parentheses. The parentheses are there to force the equal sign before the double negative. And close this off. There. It's getting the right answer, 1. Now, let's try a couple other things. I'm going to copy these. Actually, we need to make these absolute. I'm going to highlight the colon and hit F4, and then come down here, F2, highlight the colon, and F4 to lock it. Now I'm just going to copy those two formulas, Control C. So here our criteria is a number. And check this out. Of course, sum product gets 0 because none of these are actually numbers. There's a number there, but it's got 0.001. But COUNTIF, again, it's looking at a number as its criteria, and then thinking that all of these text items are equivalent. And then I'm going to do this one here, and this one, again, it should only match that, but the sum product picks this up, matches only that one. If I paste these here, this one is equal to this one. There's one as a number and one as text. The COUNTIF counts them both. The sum product is counting just one. Now, there's another interesting aspect to this. Rory pointed out that, guess what? 15 digits, it's the maximum significant digits that Excel could see. All of these, I've used the len function over here. You can see they're all the same 15 digits, but the 16th digits is different. Right, so if I use equals COUNTIF, and I highlight this whole range, comma, I'm giving it this number right here, and we can expand the column a little bit. Actually, it's a text input. I put text in there. We could actually highlight this number and hit the F9 key and prove that to ourselves. Even though the 1 is there and there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, COUNTIF is seeing it as a number, right? Numbers only have 15 significant digits, so what is it counting? All 5 of them. Again, you can use sum product, double negative, open parentheses. Highlight all of these. Are any of you equal to this text string? And sum product will get it right, a 1. Now, I was thinking, well, of course, COUNTIF, SUMIF will do the same thing. So here we're adding. You know, I can imagine some situation where these have to be considered different, but we give SUMIF this criteria text. It looks like 4 characters, but it sees all 3 of those and adds them to get 6. It actually wants that one. That one should have been yellow too, right? Sum product gets it right. SUMIFs, the same thing. I just added an extra condition, but there's that 225 point. It's adding. So the only one, this is 225 point and greater than 1. well, we shouldn't. I guess I should come over here and change this to 3 to prove, so that this one should be considered something different, but SUMIFS is not seeing it as different. And finally, I was thinking, well, what about the D functions? What can we get around instead of using sum product? But you got to be kidding me. DSUM, DCOUNT. It's looking at this 225 point, and it sees 1, 2, 3, and 4. Absolutely bizarre. So what we're seeing is somehow these functions are seeing the text items as actual numbers and matching them all up when they in fact are different things, text and or a number. All right, we'll see you next trick.